What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Not sure where we left off, but we are back from the track. Yesterday was semi-successful. Today was a fucking shit show. Today kept on having low fuel pressure problems. The AEM pump that's in the tank right now must have gotten pretty dirty with the shitty fuel. Ended up getting a shit ton of rust throughout the fuel system and inadvertently clogging up the fuel filter up front, and inevitably should have clogged up the pump first, but the pump ended up taking a shit today and ended up costing a lot of drive time. But just a fuel pump at the end of the day. I can get another one. So it is Saturday, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the motor out. I'm gonna pull the motor out and go ahead and throw the forge setup in there. One thing I have to do is pull the intake off this one, the power pulley, and the oil pan pickup tube. Yeah, I got the, excuse the trash, but built motor over here. I got some ceramic coating, some high temp whatnot, some jazz, and spray up the block, the bottom end of that, and then clean up the intake before I throw it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'm gonna pull off the skid plate, or if there's room, or if there's access rather, I'm just gonna drain the radiator right there and drain the fluids. Actually, I don't think I need to drain the oil out of the oil pan. Alright, little update. Engine's about to come out. Cooling system, trans, everything is taken care of. We got the power steering pump chilling in there. Probably gonna leave it inside the bay. Motor mounts are loose. Again, the trans is out. Oil system is loose. Oil cooler disconnected, whatnot. So fuel system. All right, update. Shop's a mess. I got two motors pretty much torn apart. The old motor over here, stripped it of all of its glory and parts I needed. Dressing up the forged motor right now. Get the manifold fully bolted on. I decided not to heat wrap it just because how tight the fucking runners are to each other. It's just gonna be a bitch. I'll heat wrap everything else in the engine bay just to keep the engine bay temps down, but obviously the manifold's it's gonna be a problem. If I have to take it back off and wrap it in the future, or well, unfortunately right now I'm on a time crunch, so I figured I'd give you a little update. I ceramic coated the intake as well as the block. Alright, motherfuckers. May not look much different, but forged engine is in the car. Top mount turbo, fully installed, fully plumbed. Got to heat wrap the downpipe, but alright, I believe I'm ready for the first startup attempt with the built motor. GT2871 topside. Top of that ram horn. Got it all plumbed, got it all piped, all the fluids in there. Go ahead and set a log. At this point I've double checked everything. Filter's tight, it's got oil in it. Got water in it. And we'll find out. First startup attempt in the forged KA. She priming. Alright, here we go. my voltage cutting. Let's see where we're at here. Temp number 2. Forged KA build. Jump pack on the car. Well, she started. This thing sounds so good. Got it out the temp. Unfortunately, my front main seal is pissing, so I'm gonna have to address that. But we'll see if my intake's actually leaking as well. There's a water port right here in the front of the intake, and it was dripping a little bit, but I don't think I see anymore. I got a weird thermolator gasket, so might have sealed, I'm not sure. Dude, the KA. She's alive. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Obviously, we're at the dealership. Got the forged engine in the car. Pretty much turnkey at this point. Although I realized that I left my battery on all night, so let's see if it actually starts up. But go ahead and get her out of the shop. Oh yeah, she dead. Put the jump pack on there, she fired right up. I'll let the battery charge a little bit. Got the steam coming out of the smoker, breather rather. Yeah, I'll let it warm up a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and park it outside. Feels wonderful out. Feels like 60 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and take the hoodie off before I start sweating up. But yeah, I'm gonna knock out some company time, get back to the drift car at the end of the day. Today's Wednesday. Unfortunately, we gotta leave Friday for the tune, so I gotta get this squared away. Just took care of a front cover leak. It was the front main seal was leaking, as well as a little bit of water leak out the intake. So took care of those yesterday. Seems to be all right. I'd like to heat wrap my downpipe, but we'll see about that. We're on a crunch. So yeah, check back with you. Saw 1 pound of boost. Obviously don't want to get on it or anything. Still have a pretty shitty fuel pump. I got one next day. I gotta throw it in there. This fuel pump still works, but once the heat soaks, it starts losing pressure. So probably gonna just throw it on alongside that one. Yeah, got my fuel gauge working again. This thing sounds great. Pretty sure it's quieter with this turbo setup. Still have to fabricate a hood dump. I got the dump going straight out the bottom right now. No blow off, so it's just straight surge noises. Sounds great. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down and get back to the company time. Definitely a little behind. Having to stay here until 5 a.m. Swapping this motor the other day. Sunday night going into Monday, so the days are a blur. But we're gonna make it happen. Going out to Chicago here and 2 days now, so gotta service the truck, gotta service the trailer, gotta double check the car again. But yeah, man, it feels great. Fuck it, I need some Loctite for a job, so why not drive this to the other building? Do gotta log some drive time. I'll take this off with the flies. Hopefully that was enough time to get the battery recharged. Oh yeah, alternator does wonders. I believe everything's golden. I'm just gonna drive the other building. Wearing my harnesses, you know, this thing is streetcar day to day, but all right, ladies and motherfuckers, welcome back. This little update clip. It's the day before I leave for the dyno. Picked up another fuel pump, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap that old one out right now, just to avoid any problems while we're there. I have about 2 days of break-in now. Drove to the other building back and forth a couple times, as well as around this building. I had it idling in here, as well as spinning in 4th gear on the lift for a little bit of load. Obviously it's not too much load on it. It wasn't even in pause, the vacuum was on the lift, but I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the fuel pump. I'm gonna take it up in the air. I'm gonna raise up maybe an inch in the rear. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna double check the car. I do have to pull the turbo off, as well as the wastegate, just to drop in a bigger spring setup. Right now it's just a 10-pound spring, and I do want to put like a 15-pound in there right now, and then throw some duty cycle with the boost solenoid. So yeah, so with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and pretty much cut the clip here and knock out the work. I still have to do a little bit for the company, and I'm running out of time as far as this goes. So yeah, I have to service the truck tomorrow right before we leave, but put some trailer tires on. Everything else should be a-okay. Just gotta knock out the fuel pump, double check the car, and get her there. Stay tuned for another update video. I'm not sure how much I can actually film during the process. I mean, I'll definitely film going out there, Chicago and whatnot, but yeah, until then, until the next clip, appreciate you. All right, y'all, it's one of those update clips. I'm on the way right now, on the way to the dyno. About got 2 more hours, see Indianapolis, and then about 2 hours from there, should be in Chicago. I'm gonna find a hotel, park it, then should see some rollers in the morning. Stay tuned. All right, bitches, we made it. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Just got to the hotel, got a red roof. Balling on a budget these days, but made it to Chicago. About to go and crash, just securing everything down as much as I can, praying nothing goes missing. I really can't afford that. Everything's got to go according to plan. With that said, the trip up here was fantastic. I mean, just smooth sailing. Tacoma pulled it no problem. Pretty much 4th gear the whole time. Although I'm realizing all my safety chains came loose. Dangle, dangle. Yeah, about to get up in a few hours. I gotta be over to Mike's shop at about 9 o'clock in the morning, so just gonna double check everything, make sure I don't have any really valuables that'll get jacked immediately. But yeah, as mentioned before, about to head in, give you an update in the morning. What up, y'all? A few hours later, about to be on the road, heading over to T1 Motorsports right now. What up, bitches? We made it. Just got the car strapped down. had some trouble, had to get O2, whatnot, but we're strapped down, about to see if we can make some action. It's about to go down. Motherfuckers. Just got the car loaded up. As you can probably tell, not the happiest mood. It's because some shit went wrong. No, motor didn't blow up. She's fine. But kept on pushing my expansion plugs, the freeze plugs on the back of the fucking motor. On the head, it actually popped it twice, and couldn't really get a tune on it, but it made 22 pounds. And 350 at that, just pretty much gate, but we couldn't experiment beyond that. But fully loaded up, I got a 5-hour journey to head home. I'm gonna guess I'll get that plug taken care of and then have Mike remote in, see if we can make this event. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that fucking motor out and then swap in the old motor, run the 10-pound tune. Yeah, not gonna be a fun time, but work. I was hoping for success today, but unfortunately, leaving to head back right now with an untuned car, so not the happiest, but will do. What up, y'all? Welcome back. It's been a little bit, but we're back from Chicago. Car's still alive. Had a couple problems on the dyno. Got up in high boost and ended up ejecting the coolant freeze plugs out of the back of the head. During assembly, I did notice those freeze plugs weren't seated properly, and I did knock them the rest of the way in. I should have went ahead and just like JB welded them or something, but didn't think there would be a problem. While I was on the rollers, the car did make a 20-pound hit, and it did make about 400 horsepower, but we had to call it just due to it emptying all the water every other hit. The 20 psi hit was only on gate, and it made about 400 horsepower. What we did plan on doing was the moon tune. We plan on throwing at least maybe 10 more pounds or psi rather at it. We didn't do any messing with the timing as well as the boost controlling, so it was only gate pressure and it hit about 400, so it's going to be pretty spicy. But since I've gotten it back from Chicago, put it on the lift, lowered the trans bracket, got access to the freeze plug that actually fell out, went ahead and RTV'd it, threw it back in, staked it, and then pretty much JB welded the whole surface. So I don't think those are going to come back out. And fortunately the car is clean enough, the tune's clean enough to make a 20-pound hit to see if those plugs will pop out. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up, get it warmed up. Gonna make a couple test hits, see how it goes. I made a couple hits last night in the dark in the parking lot, and unfortunately there's not enough room. I was doing second gear hits and I only saw about 13 psi, but the thing's a fucking rocket ship. It's nasty. So it's a little sketchy to do it here in the parking lot. I might have to go out there on the main road. If it pops a coolant plug, I'll turn it off if it overheats or whatnot. But yeah, go ahead and get it warmed up. Let's try to get a cold start on this E85. Let's see how well it is. Relocate my wastegate right now. It's just dumping out the ground. It works for now, but I want to do all the hood. Got the top feed rail on there, 1200cc injectors. Yeah, it's the real deal. Pushing E now, no pump gas. I'll go ahead and let this thing warm up, finish what I'm doing for the company, and go make a couple test hits, see how that goes. Stay tuned. What up, y'all? Figured to make a little ripperoni. Feels like 500 foot-pounds of torque already. Second gear is useless. It just ramps and blows the fucking tires off. Jesus Christ, not even warm. I love this car already. Oh, what the fuck's popping, y'all? Welcome back. At the shop, of course. Another motherfucking update clip. Currently, I'm awaiting Marcus right now. He's picking up some packages I ordered yesterday from Amazon. I ordered a couple relay kits as well as, what else did I order? Oh, new fuel pressure regulator. I'm thinking that this -6 fuel pressure regulator with the 1/8 inch MPT fittings is actually getting bottlenecked with the -8 feed line. I don't think I can keep up with that. I'm thinking that's the whole cause of all my fuel issues, because it intermittently just drops pressure. I mean, the majority of the time it stays exactly where I need it, but I do a lap or two or around the block or whatnot, and then it starts dropping pressure. So with that said, I got Marcus on the way. He's picking up my regulator that I ordered off my porch rather. He's bringing that. He's picking up a set of tires for himself from my stack, and then yeah, he's gonna bring up those relays as well. I'm gonna finish wiring my second pump last night I wired in a second pump. I had it all connected to the relay I already had in here, so I decided it might be too much load on one relay. Why not wire in a second one? So I'm just waiting on him to show up right now. I'm gonna replace that relay anyways. Wire in another one, swap the regulator, do a nut and bolt check. Ended up picking up a shitty throwaway laptop from Walmart, just a little Windows computer, something I can get my EMU software as well as remote desktop on. So Mike can remote in, Mike the tuner, and then he can get shit done. Right now it makes clean rips up to 20 psi, but we're gonna clean it up the rest of the way, just make sure there's nothing that's gonna hurt the motor. I've decided not to turn it up to fucking murder tune yet, just because it already is too spicy, and I want to drive this weekend. So the clock's ticking, the window's closing. I'm gonna go ahead and just get it tuned the rest of the way on the gate, the 20 psi gauge spring. That's enough to party. It's more than double the power I had last season. So again, just pedaling into second gear, it roasts the tires off. So yeah, probably not ready for all that power, but we're gonna find out. See ya. Again, just waiting Marcus to show up. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna take the car up in the air, do a nut and bolt check, just make sure everything's a-okay. I've already done a couple rips as mentioned before, nothing fell off. The coolant plugs didn't shoot out again, so yeah. All right, update. You know how they go. Car appears like it hasn't moved, but tune's done. It's about 12 o'clock, midnight. Just did a bunch of fucking highway pulls via remote tuning. Had Mike on the laptop, and made some jazz happen. This car is lethally fast. It's fucking fast, like insanely fast. Fastest car I've ever driven, and that's crazy because obviously Hellcats and whatnot, but power to weight, this thing just blows the fucking tires off. Third gear, highway, 50 plus, it doesn't matter what speed you're going. You get into it, the boost comes on, it will fucking ignite the tires. But that said, obviously ran into some problems. We got the map cleaned up as best as we could, but we're still running into some lean issues. High RPM, fuel pressure's dropping off. I have 2 pumps wired in, 2 brand new relays, independent wiring, 10 gauge, the whole 9. I'm also realizing that my belts are getting thrown. It's probably due to the fucking SR pulley kit I got. But yeah, I'm gonna mess with the tension with that, and then continue diagging this fuel pressure issue. Fortunately, the tune is good enough to continue diag. We got some clean hits. It's just an intermittent problem. I mean, it was making clean hits, and then bam, out of nowhere, fucking fuel pressure's dropping up high. So the tune-up should be good enough to continue diagging this. And if so, if I figure out this issue, I mean, maybe the tune-up will be a little rich, but I should be able to drive it safely. But tomorrow's load-up day. The window's closing. Already got a brand new fuel regulator. I'm not sure if I showed that, but I ditched the Tomei regulator I had. It had -8 or 1/8 inch MBT fittings with -6 AN bungs. So maybe I thought that was, you know, too small a flow, whatnot, but it's seeming like this regulator is doing the same issues that the other one was. These problems are a pain in my ass, and honestly, I didn't have these problems last season. I didn't have these problems until I threw in this fucking radium sending unit with the -8 feed. I mean, I figured that was the problem. I don't actually have a fuel pressure sensor wired in, so I don't know how much it's dropping. I know it's dropping. I'm confident that it's dropping, so it's not a matter of yes or no if it's dropping or not. It's a matter of what the fuck's causing the problem. I don't need a sensor to tell me that it's dropping when I already know. So with that said, continue fucking with this wiring, I guess. The turbo did come loose, and I was having some sporadic AFR readings, but I got that tight. I'm gonna continue going through all the exhausts and make sure that's good. Downpipe, wastegate, all that jazz. But that's not causing the lean condition up top. It's definitely a fuel issue, so. Yeah, one day to figure this out. Stay tuned for the next update. Update clip, welcome back. Loading up the old X-Runner right now. Got the old girl out here chilling, waiting to go on the trailer. But yeah, everything loaded up as we speak. Probably gonna hook up the trailer, load up the car, park it somewhere near the building, get out of here early in the morning. I believe I'm meeting up with the boys at 7:45, about a half an hour down the highway, so I gotta wake up accordingly. I don't like waking up, but we're going drifting. Yep. Went ahead and redid all my grounds as far as my fuel pump. Added a ground directly from the pump to the battery for each one of those circuits, and then went ahead and redid all the grounds that were underneath my dash for the EMU, as well as all the gauges I have inside. So with that said, I fired it up and it appeared to have a little bit more fuel pressure than normal, indicating that it maybe fixed the problem. I'm hoping I've taken care of the fucking fuel problem issues. So everything's ready to rip. It'd be a nice feeling. Load out here tomorrow and just pretty much just hit the track and not worry about anything else. But as we speak, I'm pretty much got to continue diag and confirm that the vehicle is ready to rip. Don't want to blow it up, you know, lean and whatnot, but yeah, if I had the hard part, get it well. I'm sure there's plenty of other shit to do at the track. Obviously, a bunch of other drivers out there. I can lend a hand where it's needed. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the clip here, find out what's needed to button up this car, as well as the loading process, and then give you an update. Appreciate it. Update clip. Hooked the trailer up to the truck. Just getting ready to pull the car on right now. Jacked up the rear of the truck. Got the trailer all rigged. Tired of dragging my frame rails on this thing. Only damage underneath my car is due to a fucking U-Haul trailer. Typically they grab right here on the frame rails and the rails underneath the seat, like the side gussets. But yeah, I'm about to pull the car over here. Figured get the camera out. I definitely don't film enough these days, so yeah, see how this goes. Hear that turbo's still spooling. God damn. Took her on a low rip. Didn't hit 20 pounds or anything like that, but got her in the boost. Didn't see any lean thing, but usually the lean events only happen on your high boost. So yeah, most risky time. Definitely to have some lean conditions. So hopefully, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's all sorted. If not, it's gonna be some fun diag at the track, wasting fucking track time. So yeah, car's up on the lift, or on the fucking trailer. It's getting late already. Fortunately, I gotta be up very early, so probably gonna cut the clip here. Just pulled up to the track.